Hey everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we're doing a Fun Fold Friday. Yeah, Fun Fold Friday. It's number 12. We're doing about maybe one a month. We skipped last month, but we're gonna get back into it. This is an easy pocket fold card. So I don't know if it's that much of a fun fold. There is the fun fold on the inside, but I just think those are so much fun. So let's get into what we're using. I am going to be using this Trinity Stamps Simply Sentimental Thanks. It's got a lot of great options here. I need more thank yous. There's also the matching die. You can use that separately if you'd like, but it goes perfectly with the stamp set also. I love this Simply Sentimental line. It's fabulous. There's a bunch of them that they have, so yeah, they're great. I'm also going to be using this paper pad by Crepe Paper. This is a 6x6 pad circa 2013, and so if you have been crafting as long as I have, you may have this in your stash, but I'm on a roll to try to get rid of some paper. And then I'm also going to be using this Marshmallow Alphabet die from Trinity Stamps. This one has been out for a bit, but I absolutely love it. I've used it for so many things. So let's get started. You're going to need a piece of 12 by 12 paper. I'm using some cardstock. You could use patterned paper too. That would be fabulous if you have that. I know you do, right? We all have some. And I have this 12 by 12 cardstock that I've kind of been hoarding. Don't ask me why, but I do. So we're going to take this 12 by 12. We're going to cut this down at 5¼ inches. We're going to get 2 cards out of one sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. So we'll cut that one at 5¼ and then we'll cut this one also at 5¼ and then we'll be left with this strip we can use for other things. So save that for your scraps. And then now we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So I'm going to score this at 4 inches. So I'll grab my stylus. I'm just going to use my paper trimmer here for the scoring. I'll use that little groove there. And we'll score that at 4 inches. And then we're also going to score this at 8 inches. So it's super simple. That's all you're going to be doing as far as scoring. That's not it for cutting, but that's for your scoring. And then we'll go ahead and fold in on those lines. And it's going to be a little bulky, so it's not going to be one of those that'll close entirely. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It'll be, so yeah, it won't close entirely on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that diagonal for the pocket. So I'm going to put that in my paper trimmer once again. We're lining that up, and we're going to go from corner to corner, basically. This is going to make our pocket. I'm going to trim just a little bit on the inside of that corner piece just to make sure that it fits perfectly inside, but we'll trim all the way up to the score line. And then once you close that up, you have this little pocket. We'll attach it later, but that's how that's going to close up, and that's going to give you the front panel of your card. So that's our little pocket. I love it. Love how that works out. All right, so we're going to grab in some blue cardstock. I've already cut this one down and scored it and got it ready to go. And then we're also going to bring in some other papers. Obviously that pattern paper that I showed you earlier. I love the vintage feel of this paper, and I think that might be why I've been hoarding it, but I do want to use it. I have a piece of red cardstock that I'm cutting down to 4¼ by 5½ inches. That's going to be the back panel to go behind our folded piece, and that's going to give this nice little red border. And that'll make that the full size, like of an A2 size card. And then going through this, trying to pick out which pattern paper to use. I've decided I'm going to use the polka dots for the front of my card, but I use all the other, not all of them, but I use lots of the other paper as well. So we're going to trim this down to fit on the front of that card. And so I'm going to trim this down, since that front panel was 5¼ by 4 inches, we're going to trim this down to be 5 inches by 3¾ So that'll give a nice border of the teal and the red, and you'll see all of that. I think that looks really good. And then you can also decorate the inside, which I plan to do. I'm going to decorate this one using the various pattern papers, kind of playing around with what I want to do. I want to use up some of those scraps, and I love this paper. It's just that vintage feel of this makes me so happy. So I'm going to trim this down to fit on the inside. And so that was the same size as that other pattern paper that I cut. And now we're going to cut out our words. So I've decided on the word snow. I've got some red cardstock for that. We're also going to do it out of some white cardstock also, and I'll show you why. But we're going to make some thank you cards. And I'm going to do that play on words, basically, thanks snow much. Because it's cold out. Why not? Let's make some winter cards. I'm not, totally ready to make a bunch of spring cards yet. So embracing this cold because it's here. It's here for a bit. I'm going to do a little bit of a shadow effect with these. So I've cut out the white, I've cut out the red. We're going to use the liquid glue on the back of our white one, and then we're going to just kind of off center this. We're going to go a little bit to the right and slightly down, and that's going to give us this shadowed effect for each of those letters. I'm using my reverse tweezers also. But I really like how this will give it not only that shadow effect, but it sort of gives it some dimension as well. Makes it look like that's kind of popping off the paper. So there's a neat little trick that you can try to do with your alphabet dies. So there's that. And then I'm going to grab in our Simply Sentimental Thanks. I do have one that says so much. I don't need the so because that's where the snow comes in. And then there's lots of options for thanks. So I'll pull out the ones that I want to use. I've got that thank you and then the so much, but we're not going to ink up the word so. Very simple way to take care of that. So I'll ink up thanks, stamp that down. I'm using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. It's just a nice crisp black ink. And then I'll grab in the so much, and I'm only inking up the word much. And then we can stamp that down. And then I'll trim those down using my guillotine trimmer, just trimming around them kind of nice and close. And then we'll be ready to start doing some assembly on the front of this paper or patterned paper panel. I'm going to use my T ruler because I don't completely trust myself to get it straight. I could also use the dots. That would work too. But we're using that T ruler, and I'm going to start with the outside letters. So we'll do our W. We're also going to do our S. That way I ensure that I'll have plenty of room on the inside, and I can keep it fairly even. So there's another little trick for you when you're putting that down. Pardon my head. I'm not going to show you all of the letters. That's just basically what I'm doing, because all it is going to be is you seeing the top of my head. Because I'm trying to make sure that everything gets in there evenly. So yeah. All right, now we've got snow down. Have you ever looked at a word enough when you're stamping or reading or writing or whatever, and you're like, that doesn't look right? I'm telling you, I did that with snow. I was like, this just does not look right. It doesn't look like it's spelled correctly. Is it even a word? I can't be the only one who's done that, but there you go. All right, so now we've got our thank you snow much. I love how that looks, but we're going to end up doing more to the front panel, and some of it's going to be wet, so I do want to just go ahead and assemble my card before I do anything else to the front of it. So we'll just use our liquid glue to adhere this down to that teal panel that has the fold on it. We're also going to do the inside, so I've got my patterned paper here that I'm going to put on the one side. And then I'm going to make my pocket. So to make the pocket, you only need liquid glue at the very, very bottom. You could also use some score tape. I just prefer to use the liquid glue, making sure that that stays closed. And then I can adhere this down to our red panel. Once again, that measures 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. So this will fit nicely into an A2 sized envelope. And it's not super bulky, which is great because I've used pattern paper and cardstock. And then I'm going to trim this white panel down. It's going to be about 4 3/4 inches by 3.5 inches by the time all is said and done, because I want it to fit inside that pocket nicely and not stick out the top. So I was playing around with it, and I was like, that's going to stick out the top. So I'm going to just trim that down a little bit more. So once again, that was 4 3/4 by 3.5 inches. And then I want to decorate that a little bit. So I'm grabbing some scraps of my pattern paper, and we're going to put that at the top. That'll also make the top a little bit more, I don't want to say hefty, but easier for pulling in and out of that pocket. So I'll trim down all of it. You can see why I've kind of hoarded it, and I apologize if you can hear my cat in the background. He's howling, probably because he wants to be fed. But so I'll trim down this piece, and we'll glue that to the front, and then we can trim that excess off using some scissors. And then I even end up using that scrap as well. So we'll put this on the inside of the card. Love that. And then we have that extra scrap. I was playing around with these thinking, how am I going to do that? And then I looked over and I had this one. I thought, well, this one will work perfect. We'll just glue that down to the front as well. My cat's nuts back there. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. He is so needy. Then I'm going to bring in that Tim Holtz grit paste. This is the Snowfall one, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that down there. I don't know why I felt like I needed to use 2. of these palette knives. But for me, it just seemed to work a little bit better. I wasn't trusting myself for whatever reason. So I'm just going to kind of place that all over the bottom of the words or of the letters. And that's going to give you that, like that effect of snowfall. And it is going to dry a little bit. Well, it will dry clear, but it'll have that gritty look to it. Sort of like snow at the bottom, which is great. And I just think it turned out so good. I'm not going to show you all of it because, again, you'll just see my head. But we're just playing around with that. It looks really fun. Of course, I'm really not going to stop there after I get that taken care of. I'm going to add some more embellishments because I just want to on some snowflakes. So I'm going to bring in the Trinity stamps. It's Blizzard Snowflake Confetti. And you can see there's some blue in there. They're very iridescent. I'm going to stick to mostly just the white ones. And I'm going to put those just around. I don't use a lot of them. I think I use about maybe 5, 6, or 7. I'm not sure. It's not that much. But it does give that effect of some snowfall, which is great. And then that will finish off this card. I love how this turned out. I did end up making 3 more because why not? I cut the paper, so let's do it. So we've got this one. And then I do want to show you how I modified some ephemera. It's that Tim Holtz Idea-ology Christmas Emporium. So yeah, these were from the Christmas one. I cut off that Christmas part of this one because I thought it would go so well. I could change the flame proof, just cover that up. This one as well, flame resistant. I covered the flame resistant and the thing underneath snow as well, just to make those a couple of thank you cards. But let's go through those. I'll show you those at the end. This is that first one I went ahead and made for you. Love how that turned out. It's so cute. Cute little pocket card. And then the other one I did basically using the same pattern papers, but I used some glossy accents and some glitter, some chunky glitter on that one. Used those snowmen, which I just adore. And so we have another winter thank you. And then this one, this is how I changed these up. I put the much thanks, and I also put thank you snow much. Once again, that comes from this Christmas line. So if you have this one, pull it out. There's a couple in there that you could probably use just for some winter cards. So yeah, and go through your things. Maybe you've got other ones that might be labeled for something else that would work really, really well for what we're doing today. I did leave the pocket open. I thought this would be fun since these are wintry to maybe add like a tea bag or something like that. How cute would that be as a little thank you? But yeah, there they are. I really love how these turned out. They were so fun to make, and I plan to make more. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Let me know down in the comment section. Is this something you'd give a try to, or have you done this one already? I would love to know. Thanks for stopping by, friends, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.